Tiffany, I totally didn't notice that you changed your background to the DSC one.
Yep. Good props.
I think I have some on my computer.
I spy Boba.
Should we go ahead and get started?
Sure. Yeah, I think.
And just so everybody knows, I've hit record. If you do feel uncomfortable being recorded, just message us and let us know. Our wonderful marketing manager, Matthew, will be able to make sure that we don't post anything that has your name or anything that might give away your identity. So, hi everyone, welcome to the Developer Student Club's info session. It's our first info session of the year. It's not really like a formal meeting, but more so just to answer your questions that you might have lingering about the club. This is our second time on campus, or second year on campus. So we're a fairly new club and we're always looking for ways to expand our members. So again, hello. Today, I don't think we have all of our core team members, but we do want to say hello and welcome to the new school year. I know it's kind of weird being remote. This isn't the normal way that like I usually interact with people, so it's really hard for me to temper things. So forgive me if I'm awkward, but I really do hope that we get to connect this year, and especially with one another as we grow as a community. So I know that we have some familiar names here in our meeting, but I know the big question is like, what is a developer student clubs? So the developer student clubs bridge the gap between theory and practice for student developers. A lot of the critique that students get when they go into the tech industry is that they never really know how to apply the skills that they learn. And so DSC is really here to kind of help empower students and impact students so that they're able to use technology in their communities. So what is a DSC? It is a student-run community supported and organized by Google, or recognized by Google, sorry. It's specifically for developers and it empowers students through technology. With that being said, we are open to all majors. Although we say developers isn't exclusive to computer science or data science majors. And when we say that we're recognized by Google, it does mean that we are not necessarily affiliated with the company itself, but we are affiliated with groups that stem as a subunit from Google. Um, and they do provide most of the supplies that we need to operate as a club, with a few exceptions of certain things. Oh, and Tiffany, it was our president last year, so Tiffany, feel free to jump in if you see anything suit that you might need to correct or specify on.
Sounds good. Nice to meet everyone here. I see some familiar faces. Can't wait to build more projects with you all and become even more Google Cloud ready.
I'm here for it. So the DSC origin, this started in 2017 as a pilot in India. So the program itself is a fairly new program. It's only been, I guess, 2-3 years into fruition. Wow, I can't math today. It's designed to help people solve challenges associated with securing employment in the tech industry, especially students who aren't majoring in computer science but want to go into more technical roles like project managers and program managers. This is a great way to kind of get your foot in the door and get some experience under your belt. Again, it provides university students with the resources and trains thousands of student developers with Google Cloud technologies, which we will be discussing further in detail. They will work with their communities to solve real life problems. So we do get to choose like the challenges that we do work on. And so I think that's one of the ways that really personalizes the experience, especially as we are at USF, where everything is like change the world from here, really social justice oriented. And this is just one of the ways that you can empower yourself to do that. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of other developer student clubs. Each red dot is representative of a club that is present and currently working in the entire world regarding Google's developer clubs. So it's a fairly big organization that spans not only nationwide but also worldwide. And I think that's also one of the other benefits of joining the club. It's not only specific to USF, but you get to network with students within the US as well as the world. It's powered by Google developers, and it's in the interest of making and learning a difference in the community. So there's 118 DSCs in North America. This might have changed over the summer, and there's 700 global universities by fall 2019. So there's definitely more now. And again, all majors are welcome. This is for firsthand business networking experience. And so leading us this year, we have our wonderful core team. There's me, Ashley Lordizabal. I'm the DSC lead, and that kind of just translates into the president role. I'll be helping guide y'all and making sure that you have the resources in getting your tasks done and learning these new tools and resources within GCP itself, as well as other Google products, and making sure that you do have access to those when you're creating your projects later on next semester for the solution challenge, which we will be talking about again later. So I guess I'll pass it off to Tiffany, and then maybe we can just go down the line and pass it off to whoever is here.
Yes, and I am the continuing community mentor for DSC USF and also the recruitment chair. So particularly recruiting students interested from all different majors into helping us continue building solutions to help make a difference in our community. And yeah, really spreading the word about our mission, what we do. And I mean, this is like a great opportunity to have the opportunity to express any ideas you have, no matter how small or big it is, it doesn't really matter. Just being here to express your ideas and getting a head start on how to implement that. And also to combine that with what GCP is and also other Google developer technologies and how you can incorporate them, which GCP and other Google products are basically the consumer products that we use. And so by joining us, you will definitely get first hands-on experience on what technology powers behind the consumer products we use almost every day. So yeah, definitely let me know if you have any questions about DSC in general or also the rest of the board. I'll pass it on to our tech lead, who's here today, Jose.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jose. I am one of the tech leads. I think there's 4 of us. I'm one of them. What I do, that's a good question. I basically teach stuff about how to, yeah, that's me, top left corner. How to use like a bunch of like GCP quote unquote products or services, and making sure you're using them correctly, making sure you don't like accrue like a $10,000 bill for spinning up like a couple of compute engines and not forgetting to turn them off. And so just making sure that you're using them safely. That's basically me, TLDR. Nice to meet you all. And then I'll pass it on to Matthew.
Hi everyone, I'm Matthew. I am the marketing lead here for DSC at USF. Thank you again for all all of everyone who came to our info session interest meetings, and of course today. Of course, if you haven't followed us already, we have a Slack channel, we have an Instagram channel, and we also have Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So please be sure to subscribe to us and keep posted with what we have in store for this year. So thank you again for all of those who follow us. And yeah, you don't necessarily have to be a major involved in STEM or anything. You could be in anything. So yeah, tell your friends, let them know how you can potentially make a difference in your community. Who else is here? I guess I'll pass it off then to Chia.
Hey guys, I'm the Director of Outreach, which kind of is fancy for secretary. I joined last year, and so this year I am a senior computer science major with a minor in French. And so I kind of help coordinate emails, and then Charles and I are on the same team. We kind of help things run smoothly. We reach out to clubs. Right now we're working on figuring out a date for when we can meet with Diversioneers and Women in Tech, Women in Business, Data Science Association, so we can all have a movie night together. And so we can show our members, and our members can see different clubs on campus.
Awesome. Is that everybody on eBoard in this call right now? Big groups. Oh. Okay, thank you. I really appreciated y'all sharing that about yourselves, and I really look forward to seeing what we can do together. And everybody, please reach out to these people. They're great people. They know about what's going on in the team and what's going on in the club. So they definitely have some resources for you, so feel free to reach out to all of them. Oh, we do have our external planning chair who filmed a video because he couldn't be here today. His name is Charles Denzel C, and he's based in the Philippines, I believe. He's a junior computer science major as well. Let me know if you can't hear the audio. Oh, I can't hear the audio even. For the sake of time, I'll just link the presentation in the chat, and y'all can watch it in your own time, just so that you get to know everybody on the board. So we talked a lot about Google Cloud Platform, also known as GCP. And what the Google Cloud Platform is that it's a product that has multiple areas for developers to use. I personally haven't used it too much. And I know that maybe Tiffany might know a little bit more about it. Tiffany, if you don't mind sharing.
Yes. Also, so this past summer, I had the opportunity to join Google Cloud EDU's first data analyst challenge targeted for students before they entered the industry. And so part of one really cool tool in GCP is called BigQuery. It's for analyzing and pre-processing data, and it's scalable, free of charge. It's going to only charge you like depending on when you use the platform to actually run those machines, those virtual machines. And also whenever you start to launch yeah, technically a VM, that's like the simple version. But also, so BigQuery, you don't have to have like it's free of any additional hardware. You don't have to like particularly do anything in particular with your data before you actually like put it into, implement it into your BigQuery tool. And so BigQuery lets you basically explore your data easily without having to worry too much about the inside, what's going on behind the scenes. And yeah, I would totally recommend BigQuery, and also how it's connected with Data Studio and other data related software that you can use in the tool. to help you basically achieve those insights and learn more about your data without worrying too much about internal technical stuff. So yeah, and I believe it's also part of our GCP Essentials workshop, which is coming up as our first workshop event of the year. So we look forward to seeing you all there.
Awesome. Thank you, Tiffany. That's a really good insight into what you were doing this summer. I didn't know that actually. So that's super exciting, and I hope y'all can take advantage of opportunities like this as well. And these are just a few of the products that Google has known to put out for the developers. I think the newest one here is Flutter. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was a viewing event that happened last year. Oh, I guess it was in the next slide. But there was a viewing event that happened last year when Flutter first came out that our students were able to attend to. So there might also be opportunities to attend events like that in the future. They always come out on Slack with amazing opportunities, especially now that like everything is online. And these are just a sampling of other Google Cloud products. As you can see, it's very widespread, and there's many things that you can learn and use, especially in the industry and when you do end up planning your project for the solution challenge. And I know it's a little overwhelming about how many resources there are and how many tools there are to learn, but together, one step at a time, you can learn these platforms. There will be Cloud Study Jams, which will be led, or actually Cloud Study Jams and Solution Project Workshops, which will be led by our core team, but specifically our technical leads who will be able to guide you through these specific platforms and how you can execute use in them. We will also be hosting and attending external events. So there's hackathons held by other universities that we can collaborate with. That's also going to be an option to learn. And we also will have speakers coming, hopefully this semester, especially with how everything is playing out with COVID. It's just a great opportunity to get everybody online and connected. So like I was saying, there's the Cloud Study Jam, and you'll have free access to Quick Labs. And if you're not familiar with Quick Labs, that is a platform where you can learn how to use a certain tool or developer kit and use it in real time in a guided fashion. And it's really useful. I've used it to learn a bunch of other things in the summer. I would have to go through like my LinkedIn to scroll through everything, but you do get Google Cloud badges to show your skills and expertise on your LinkedIn. So that's also a really good plus. You'll have it's usually a $55 value for each lab, I believe, or like each credit. Or a certain amount of credits, but you'll be able to access this for free. And we'll be putting in like paperwork to make sure that you do eventually get it. And of course, the DSC Solution Challenge, this will happen in early 2021. And so this is kind of the framework that you'll be working in within the club. You'll have to team up, identify problems, and brainstorm solutions, and then try to figure out how to fit GCP or any other Google developer product into it so that you come up with your solution project and you're able to kind of showcase and prototype your solutions to community problems through application skills. And you do not have to be a computer science or data science major. You also need very minimal technical background to be part of this challenge or to even just be part of our club. We are very open to giving students the tech experience that they need for little to no cost, because we understand that, especially now in the pandemic, not everybody has access to these resources.
Yes, and I wanted to quickly add that we will also be hosting Idea Lab sessions where you guys will be able to brainstorm ideas with teams. And also we will be sharing a Google Sheet, either a Google Sheet or a Google Form pretty early, so very soon. please keep an eye out for that, because you can confidentially enter in any ideas, no matter how big or small, or anything that you have an interest into doing. And from there, we will be able to team you up eventually when other members also have the chance to input their ideas. So yes, please keep an eye out for the Idea Lab sessions, because that will also help give you some more experience within the product realm. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, for sure. Just wanted to echo what Tiffany said. She brought up really good points. And I think Jose might be our only tech lead here. Jose really just holds it all together for the tech leads. So I was wondering if he knew if the form was ready to go live, or if maybe we were still working on that.
What's up? Sorry, can you repeat that again? You got cut off a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was just saying that, do you know if we have like the form ready for the labs, that we could probably send it out now, or if we could just wait until maybe after the meeting?
Let me check. I filled mine out yesterday, but I don't know if the other tech leads have gotten a chance to fill it out. Let me check real quick.
For sure. Thank you for always holding it down for the tech leads. Speaking of forms, I actually forgot to drop the spreadsheet in the chat for y'all to sign in. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay. I know we're coming up on time, but there's also ideas for you to take advantage of in DSC, where you can collaborate with a business or organization. This could also even be part of some sort of project that you do after learning a GCP product, or just a Google product altogether. Last year, we had somebody on our e-board who was working with the team with iWallet. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with iWallet, but basically it's an e-commerce app that stores payment methods for certain restaurants. So especially or businesses that don't take like card or have like a minimum fee on a cards, iWallet kind of helps to mitigate that gap. And so that's something that maybe you can also look into if you were looking for projects to finish, or projects to get yourself out there. I know it's really hard getting internships during a time when everybody's looking for jobs. So I feel like a project is always a great way to stand out, and we can definitely help you work towards that. Like I mentioned, there's been previous events like the Flutter Interact 2019 viewing party. I personally was unable to go due to personal unforeseen circumstance. I honestly don't remember anymore. I think it had something to do with the buses in SF. But I personally wasn't able to go, but Tiffany was, and I know that she mentioned that it was a great experience. We held, I think, viewing parties with SFSU. And so that was really exciting to just collaborate with one another and get to see like what was up for UI and front end developer and designers. Flutter is a UI developing and designing tool. So I know I've spoken a lot already, and I'm happy that y'all have stayed. And so the reasons why you should join is because there's no membership fees. You don't have to pay anything except your attention and time. We're welcoming all majors, as we've mentioned multiple times. You will get working experience with industry experts, especially when we bring speakers in. And you will have access to Google resources like experts' help and guidance, as well as developer resources. And just to make sure that you are in the loop, please stay connected and follow us on our Instagram. And I believe we have a Facebook page as well. And if you also want to be on our email list, make sure to put your name down in the spreadsheet. That's all I really have, but I do want to open the floor to everyone, including our e-board members, to say a few words, or if they want to ask questions for y'all, or if y'all want to ask questions for us.
Excuse me, I have some question about solution challenge.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so how do we build up the team for the challenge? And if we build up team, do we need to have like a weekly meeting?
Yes. So yeah, as the recruiting lead, I will also a large part of my task here is to help group you guys up into teams, or also help help with your brainstorming of ideas in some way. There's no like strict weekly like meeting or like sort of tasks for you guys as a group, but definitely it's more like, since we're remote this year also, it's you can definitely set your own, you can complete your project at like your own pace. And in regards to teams, so I know like this, because like the solution challenge doesn't take place until like early next year, but the earlier we get a head start on things, like the better, more prepared we are. And so the goal of this semester is to like have several workshops to give you guys exposure to different Google developer technologies. And then however, the earlier you have any ideas or anything that you feel like you want to do for the solution challenge, or any solution you want to build to make an impact in the community, definitely fill out the Google form or Google Sheet we're going to send out soon, solely for idea collaborations. And from there, peers who share similar ideas, if they happen to share similar ideas with you or goals, then definitely you guys may have a chance of being grouped together in the team, also with your choice as well.
Okay, thank you.
If there were any other questions, feel free to just shout them out or drop them in the chat if you don't feel comfortable unmuting. This meeting was also recorded, so feel free to also refer back to it. We'll probably have a link up or some reference video or recap that Matthew will put together after our time today. So.
Just really quick, I wanted to quickly add that since we've mentioned that we've made it known that basically we're a global community, and there's like a lot of other communities also across the US, and in our newsletter, and I think it will also be a good idea, if you don't have the time to read everything on our newsletter, we will maybe start to create a channel on Slack that's dedicated to virtual opportunities. Also, that's inclusive to all other communities in the US. And if you visit that, if you happen to have time to visit the channel, you will see different virtual opportunities that are hosted by other universities. So if you haven't had the chance to check out our newsletter, there has been different topics that other workshops are covering at other universities. So if you happen to have some time and you're open to learning these new technologies, or even just like simple panels, simple internship panels that you want to listen to, so definitely please check it out if you are open to learning something new. And these topics range from, it's like really open-ended. There's like UI design, UI UX design, GitHub, Firebase, APIs, ML, or even just simple like resources for internships or career advice and stuff like that. Yeah.
There's also on the Slack channel, there's a global channel that we can send the invite to that you can join, and that kind of has basically what Tiff is talking about, and you can kind of hop in whenever you need to search for something. Maybe some other university has already done it, or it's a cool way to just kind of stay on top of, or not stay on top of, but kind of see what other universities are doing, what their workshops look like. They might have something different that you're really interested in, and so you can either join that, or you can ask us, hey, is there any way you can try to incorporate this into the club this semester or maybe next semester, but the global Slack community for DSC is also really good for that.
Yes, Chia brings up really good points. I love the national Slack community just because there's so many other things going on. Like they had intern panels that just happened that they all advertised on the Slack channel for the national clubs. I know we have one question.
Wait 1 second. The national workspace is only dedicated for like the core team though, not like. But like we like as your core team, we will provide you with all the opportunities that are listed frequently. Like it's a really busy workspace, but our officers are going to provide you with we'll share with you all those wonderful events that are going on. Yeah.
Sorry, something was happening with my mic, but yes, we will try to test out methods to get those events to you. And I know we have a question in the chat that asks, will we have to learn to use GCP on our own? No, the short answer is no, but there are specific products within GCP that we could probably cover and learn all together. And that's something that we're looking for in the form that we will be sending out for the labs held by our tech leads. I don't know if Jose wanted to add to that.
Yeah, it was basically exactly what you said. Ideally, what we want to do is this semester focus more on like GCP Essentials and really like getting you up to speed on like the most commonly used tools. And then next semester, knowing how to apply those skills that hopefully you've learned and how to apply them to your solutions challenge. And then, for example, like if you need like some form of like a tool that you're not sure how to use and stuff like that, that's when like the tech leads sort of like really dive in and really explain like the technology and see if it's useful for your use case. And if it's not, we can come up with like alternatives that would work for your use case.
Thank you for your questions and also for our core team members for answering. Were there any other questions or maybe comments before we all go our separate ways? I know we're coming up on time and I still want y'all to have a break. I know it's dead hour right now.
Hi, I joined in the meeting a little bit late. Would you be able to share a little bit more about your upcoming events?
Yes, Jose, our superstar tech lead, will be hosting our first workshop, most likely next week, I believe. But we're still trying to get a good feel of which date and time would be most preferable for a majority of the community to try to attend. So we will hopefully set up a Slack poll, so you guys can maybe vote for the best time that you can make for the event. But the first workshop, you'll definitely gain hands-on experience on basically how the platform GCP works. You'll get introduced to it. So definitely technical background is not really relevant at all, because you will be able to, students of all majors will be able to adapt to the environment with Quick Labs. Quick Labs is an awesome platform. You guys, also, if you can't make it to our workshops due to like conflict, you can definitely check out the labs on Quick Labs. Quick Labs is the platform for all those different GCP labs that we'll be using, also powered by Google developers. And there you will also see like instructions to and guidance from Google that you can use to follow along if you happen to not be able to make it to our meetings. We'll also record it on our YouTube, but yeah, you have those different resources to refer to.
I hope that answered your question. Wanted to also reassure what Tiffany said, we are working on figuring out what, I guess, events work best, especially online. So feel free to also shoot some ideas our way if you have any, even if it's just kind of like, oh, let's do like a movie night, like with what Chia's doing right now with our other STEM clubs on campus.
So I put out a link about the peer intern panel. If you want to sign up for that, you could register for that event. We'll also be posting something on social media probably later today in regards to that. Again, it's Tuesday, September 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern time. If anyone's interested, feel free to sign up for that. It's an Eventbrite event, I think.
Were there any other questions? Again, feel free to just drop it down in the chat or just shout them out. Okay, if there aren't any other comments or questions, I really want to thank y'all for being here. I know it's kind of difficult being here on the Thursday. Some of y'all might only have like Tuesday, Thursday classes, so you might be like, it's a Friday. But I really appreciate y'all being here. Thank you to the core team members as well as all of y'all for joining us. We're hoping to see y'all in our membership this coming semester, actually during the semester and in the coming semester. So please get your name on our roster, get connected with us, follow us at DSC USFCA on Instagram. But yeah, we'll be looking forward to connecting more with y'all. Thank you so much for coming.
See you later, Ashley.
See you in class.
Bye.
Bye.